I'll say it. If you have actually begun building a security program and it's documented and you can prove that you're doing it, that actually can be quite, that can put you in a more defensible position when a claim comes up, because you can show and you can demonstrate that you have been attempting to implement a standard of care that is industry standard or above industry standard, which would probably be very easy to prove right now in our current landscape. And when the judge figures it out, that can actually be to your favor. So building that security program can actually put you in a bit more of a defensible posture when there is a claim, even if there is a requirement for some interpretation. Would you say that's fair?
Absolutely fair. Yep.
Okay. So then let's talk about, okay, I've built this great security program for me and I'm pushing it out to my customers, and we've defined duty of care, and we've agreed to limitations of liability. And then we say, okay, now we need to roll out a new capability. We need to turn MFA on for email and for VPN. And the customer says, no way, I'm not doing that. How big of a risk is that? Is that the customer's risk? Is that the MSP's risk? Is it shared? Like, how does that work? How should the MSP think about, that there's the practical side, which is if they say no and I force it on them, I might lose their business.
Yeah.
But is that really all their risk, or am I retaining some risk too?
So you would be retaining some risk if that were to happen, but that's why it's good to have these conversations in the contracting phase. When you're drafting the MSA, when you're drafting your statements of work, who is responsible for what? If the customer is responsible for MFA, then the customer is responsible for MFA, but it's got to say that in the contract, right? And that's why this is all so important to have the conversation up front. Going back to the poll question, have you ever gotten involved in litigation? If it's done right, if you negotiate properly, you negotiate these documents and you put them in a drawer and you forget about them for forever, right? And when it comes time to pull out a contract and look to see what it actually says, it's too late. You